Have you ever forgiven someone only to find yourself right back at square one, ready to explode with anger over the same thing again? You said the words, "I forgive you," but inside, the rage is simmering. And then, just like that, it erupts. What if I told you forgiveness is only the first step? True freedom from anger isn't just about letting go. It's about building a strong biblical foundation that prevents these outbursts from ever taking root again. Today, we're going beyond forgiveness. We're uncovering scripture-backed steps to dismantle the very triggers of your anger and cultivate a lasting peace that the world cannot take away. Anger is a powerful emotion. The Bible doesn't tell us to ignore it or bury it. It tells us to master it. Ephesians 4:26 says, "In your anger, do not sin." Notice, it doesn't say, don't feel angry. It says, don't let anger control you. Most of us make a simple mistake. We forgive, but we never address the underlying issues, the unmet expectations, the deep wounds, the patterns of hurt. Forgiveness is like sweeping the floor. It hides the dirt, but if we don't treat the root, the mess comes back. So, how do we move beyond surface level forgiveness into true emotional mastery? Let's break it down step by step. The first step is awareness. Proverbs 14:29 says, "Whoever is slow to anger has great understanding, but he who has a hasty temper exalts folly." Ask yourself, what situations push my buttons? Which people or scenarios make me feel instantly tense? It's not about blaming others. It's about knowing your emotional landscape. Once you identify your triggers, you can prepare spiritually and mentally before anger takes control. Tip: keep a journal. Pray over your triggers and ask God to give you discernment to notice the sparks before they ignite. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." Many of our anger responses are automatic. They are habits. Renewing your mind means replacing reactive thoughts with biblical truths. When someone offends you, instead of thinking, "How dare they?" train yourself to respond with scripture. For example, love covers a multitude of sins, or do not repay evil with evil. Meditate on verses daily. Let them sink so deeply that when triggers appear, your response is no longer emotional, it's spiritually empowered. Forgiveness is incomplete without release. Luke 6:27 says, "But I tell you who hear me, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you." Prayer is more than words. It's an act of surrender. When anger rises, speak to God immediately. "Lord, I release this bitterness. Take it from me." This isn't weakness. It's a spiritual strategy to prevent anger from finding a foothold. Practical tip: visualize placing the offense into God's hands. Imagine your hands empty and free. This creates a tangible mental shift that reduces the intensity of your anger. Forgiveness doesn't mean permission. You can forgive someone and still protect yourself. Proverbs 25:17 says, "Seldom set your foot in your neighbor's house. Too much of you, and they will hate you." Establish clear boundaries with people who repeatedly trigger anger. It might be physical, emotional, or even digital boundaries. This isn't punishment, it's wisdom. By controlling your environment, you reduce unnecessary triggers, making lasting peace more achievable. Galatians 5:22-23 reminds us that self-control is a fruit of the Spirit. The more you practice patience in small things, the stronger your resistance becomes for bigger triggers. Start with minor annoyances, traffic, a harsh word, or a frustrating situation. Consciously respond with calm. These little victories train your spirit, making major anger triggers easier to manage. So, if you've been caught in the endless cycle of "I forgive you, but I'm still angry," know this: forgiveness is just the beginning. By recognizing your triggers, renewing your mind, praying, setting boundaries, and practicing self-control, you can prevent anger outbursts before they ever happen. Imagine a life where anger doesn't control you, where your heart is calm, your spirit is free, and your responses reflect the love and wisdom of God. That life is possible. Start today, step by step, with God as your God.